everyone, my name is Dannye and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've been thinking of making this video for a long time now. I think now that I've been in Ireland for more than 8 months, it's the right time to make this video. Welcome to the battle of the prices between Ireland and Portugal. I would like for you to know some facts about the countries. Ireland and Portugal are just about the same size, but while Portugal has 11 million people, Ireland only has 6 million people. Although, I swear to God, I feel that those 6 million people live in Dublin. If you live in Portugal, you are 25% more likely to be unemployed. You will also make 45% less money than if you were in Ireland. You are 69% more likely to be in prison, and you're 18% more likely to be murdered in Portugal than in Ireland. If you live in Portugal, you will spend 49% less in healthcare. You will also use 14% less electricity, and the most critical percentage of them all, if you live in Portugal, you will pay 70% less rent than in Ireland. These are actual facts. My price differences are gonna be based in Lisbon and Dublin, which are the two capitals of these two countries. Consumer prices are 58% higher in Dublin than in Lisbon, which means that if you go to a restaurant in Lisbon for a simple meal, you will pay around €8 per person. If you go to Dublin for the same meal, you will pay around €15 per person. You can get a beer for €1.50 in Lisbon. In Dublin, the average price of a beer is €6. A pack of Marlboro Red, which is the brand of cigarettes that I used to smoke before I came to Ireland, is €4.80 in Portugal, but in Ireland that same brand and the same number of cigarettes are $11.50. For an 85 square apartment in Lisbon, you will pay around €90 in electricity, while in Dublin you would pay €145 for the same apartment. You can go to the cinema in Lisbon for about €6.50. In Dublin you would have to pay around €10 to go to the cinema. Now, the worst part of them all is rent. Rent is crazy in Dublin. Actually, right now there's a huge situation going on. People can't find houses. A single room in an apartment to share with 5 other people is between 500 to 1,000 euros. One room, while you share the bathroom and everything. Rent prices in Dublin are 120% higher than Lisbon. That's huge. You can get a 1-bedroom apartment in Lisbon for about 650 to 700 euros. For the same apartment in Dublin, you would pay between 1,400 euros to 1,600 euros. This is in city center, guys, okay? City center in Lisbon and city center Dublin. Outside city center, you can get a 1-bedroom apartment in Lisbon for about 400 to 500 euros. But in Dublin, that same apartment will still cost 1,000 to 1,200 euros. However, there is indeed a huge difference of wage. In Portugal, the average wage in Lisbon is about 800 euros a month. In Dublin, that is estimated that the average wage is about 2,300 euros a month. You get paid weekly, which means you will get paid around 500 euros a week. Cars in Portugal are very expensive, especially second-hand cars. That's one of the major things I noticed when I came to Dublin. I would buy a 2007 car in Portugal for 10,000 euros in second-hand. But that same car would cost 3,000 euros in Ireland. Only 3,000 euros. But here's the catch. While in Portugal, you would pay between €20 a month to €50 a month insurance. In Dublin, you would pay about €210 a month for the same car. Imagine me, right? I moved from Portugal to Ireland I'm only 20 years old. I have my driver's license. I've been driving for 2 years, but I can't get insured in Ireland. The reason why is because it's easier to insure people over 21 and 23 years old. People don't want to insure under 23 years old because they're afraid that we're gonna get drunk, we're gonna get into crashes, whatever. I'm very responsible. I barely drink, if I even drink, you know. So it's very bad for me at the moment. I want to get insurance. I'm getting quoted at €3,000 a year. If you come to Dublin or Ireland and you want to get your car insured, you were living in Portugal, wherever you were living, bring proof that you had insurance in your country. Although that's not going to change a lot, it will change a bit. You can pay €3,000 in the first year, however, in the second year, €1,000 will drop, which means you will pay around €2,000. Grocery shopping is about the same price as in Portugal. Of course, in Ireland, things are a bit more expensive, but it's not going to change a lot. It's a 20-cent difference between Lisbon and Dublin, the supermarkets. We have Lidl in Dublin, we have Aldi, so things get cheaper. However, you are going to pay a lot for meat, ham, tuna, fish. If you go shopping for clothes, you are going to be in for a big surprise. Actually, clothes are cheaper in Ireland than in Portugal. I don't mean all the brands, but most brands are cheaper in Dublin. For example, Pennies, which is Primark in Portugal, is cheaper in Dublin and they have better options. They have more variety. If you want to buy expensive makeup, you would pay €50 in Portugal for a MAC foundation, while you would pay €35 for the same foundation in Dublin. Phones can be slightly more expensive or slightly cheaper. It really depends on the brand. However, I find that electronics are cheaper in Ireland than in Portugal. For example, I bought a PlayStation 3 with 7 games included and 2 controls, and I only paid €200 for everything in a store. In Portugal, if you were to buy the same thing, you'd pay around €350. You pay an average of €20 more in Ireland for internet, TV, and basically your phone, like Vodafone. But the best part of living in Dublin, just to finish the video with a good thing in mind, is that in Ireland you don't pay water. Yeah, in Ireland water is free. Apparently they wanted to change that, but they got a very bad response from people, so water is free in Ireland. While in Portugal, you would pay about €100 a month for, let's say, 4 people in a house. In Ireland, it doesn't matter how much water you spend, you won't pay for that. That's also bad because people tend to spend more water and waste water, you know, when they don't need it. I've been getting a lot of messages of people asking me what's the difference, the quality of life, the prices, what's more expensive, what's cheaper. So guys, this video is your answer. These are the basics. If you're thinking about moving to Ireland, you need to know this. I hope you liked this video. If you did, thumbs up. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you have any questions about moving to Ireland, moving to Dublin, if you need any help, if you need answers. I'm here to help you. I know how hard it is. Actually, my next video is gonna be about what documents you need to move to Ireland, what you need to do in your first weeks in Ireland. Let me know what you think. Anyway, see you in my next video.